viewers, on today's episode of Football Unfiltered, we'll be looking at weekend reviews. And here in the studio, we have two wonderful guests here in the studio. We have an Arsenal fan, and just like you know, we have a Chelsea fan, Blaze. You guys are welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Okay, you're welcome. So we're looking at the weekend reviews, starting with Southampton Man United game. It ended 3-0. What do you think about the game?
Well, I'll be very brief on that because I actually predicted Man U to win in our review previewed game rather. So I was actually impressed at Man U's performance. I was not expecting it to get up to 3 goals. I predicted 2-0 win or 2-1 win against something. Yeah, but it was an impressive one for Man U, and I hope because I was thinking if they should lose that game or draw that game, Ten Hag will be sacked. But he saved his job. Yeah, so it was a good one for Man U.
Please, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree with a good outing for Man U. I personally was thinking that it's going to have been a game that would be difficult for Man U.
Yeah.
Looking at the fact that they were playing away, and this is a team that they always struggle to win.
And they went on break too.
Yes, exactly. And most of Man U players went for that international break.
Yeah.
While Southampton players, most of them did not have a good rest. But so it's beautiful that Man U, even though that the natural thing is that the bigger team should win. It's just a surprise that they won, and they won well. The only thing I'll be saying is that I think there are some positions in Man U I think they should improve on. I didn't really think that their striker Ziggy, I don't know how it's pronounced, is actually a striker. Well, he told us that he's either a first 9 or a first 10, or I don't know what he called himself, but I think that they've signed 2 expensive strikers, so I don't know if saying they should buy a new striker is feasible now. But I think that for them to compete, that's not a striker that can make them compete in the league.
Let's quickly look at Brighton Ipswich Town. Now, looking at this game, everyone thought Brighton would have ended 0-0. What do you think about that?
You know, the game was not a surprise to me actually, because Ipswich started this league with a difficult, on a difficult terrain. They've been playing big teams, and like, if you could recall, we've been saying that this is the only team from the relegation that will actually do well, and I don't see them going back because they are a team that they came prepared. If you watch their games against Man City, against Liverpool, and against I think their first game, second game, I think they played the bigger teams. And their performance has shown that they are ready to compete. So I was not expecting. I was just expecting maybe a 1-0 win against Ipswich. Yes. So for them to pull a draw with Brighton, I mean, with the quality of players Brighton has, the signings and everything, these people don't even have any big name, and they're able to. So it's an impressive one. I think Ipswich will end up getting more fans in this season. I'm telling you, they are really doing well. They are doing well.
Yeah, I agree with him. Even though me consistently in this program, I've said it that Ipswich Town is a team to watch. The team that I knew that they will really perform in the Premier League when you compare them to other teams that came from the Championship. So Ipswich Town is a team that I have watched from the Championship. Like I've said it before in the program, football is beyond the goals you score. They didn't win the Championship, but coming into the Premier League, if you watched how they play, they have a pattern of football. They have a good coach. The coach was good enough that he had offers before he came. He said, "No, I want to continue with this team." So this is a team that I knew that they would perform in the Premier League. So drawing to Brighton was not a surprise. In fact, in the review game, yes, that's right. In the review game, I said it that it would be a draw, because I felt that Ipswich Town have something to offer, and if they really have something to offer, then you show it against Brighton, not against Man City or Liverpool.
So let's quickly look at Crystal Palace. It ended 2-2. So, Mr. Emmanuel, what do you think about this game?
Yes, it was predicted a draw.
Yeah.
I think most of the persons that I saw their predictions online, even people that play pool,
Yeah.
you know, I saw draw. I saw draw, but I was seeing a 1-1 draw during the preview show. I was seeing a 1-1 draw, so I predicted a 1-1 draw. So it was not expected. It wasn't a surprise. Yes,
Expected.
I just knew that Crystal Palace was not going to defeat Leicester City, and the both teams are teams that score. They are teams that they will hardly play, you know, a goalless game. If you still watch their next game, maybe their return leg, it's still going to end maybe a both team to score game. So they are two scoring teams, and it was an interesting match. Honestly, I watched it and it was very, very interesting.
Blaze, what do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Like I said during the preview show, we said it here that it will be is going to be a draw, and not. We also mentioned that it will be a game that there will be good scoring, that they will score goals, and it's exactly what happened. But the thing I want to point out about the Leicester versus Crystal Palace match is that a certain Nigerian player, Wilfred Ndidi, played as a central attacking midfielder and gave 2 assists. Is something spectacular because he's naturally a defensive midfielder. And coming into that game, the coach decided, let me try this guy as an attacking midfielder, and he didn't just perform; he gave 2 assists. So it's something exceptional. A very beautiful game of football. It's those kind of Premier League football game that you want to watch again and again because it's entertaining.
Yeah, thank you so much. So viewers, if you are enjoying the show and you've been following us, please don't forget to like on this video and drop a comment. And if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly click on the like and subscribe button below. Thank you. Okay, let's look at Fulham West Ham game. Ended 1-1, and I think in our preview show we said Fulham was going to win West Ham.
He actually said Fulham. I said it's a draw. Yes.
Game. So Mr. Emmanuel, how do you feel about the result, the outcome of it?
I think people misquoted me or didn't understand. I predicted a draw.
Too.
Yes,
Okay.
I said Fulham. If you watch their game against Man U, it was a struggle win for Man U. In fact, Fulham had more chances.
Yeah.
If you watch their game against I think against Man City or so, I don't know the team they played, and I think they actually drew that game as well. So Fulham is not a team that you can wish away.
You can just
yes, they don't have. I don't think they did good signings, like big signings this season. I don't think compared to West Ham. So I was actually not expecting West Ham to defeat. I just predicted a draw, and actually entered a draw because I knew that it's gonna be a good team to score game, and it came out as a draw.
Please.
Yeah, exactly like my colleague said, we expected that it would be a draw. More especially looking at the fact that, like he said, Fulham, when you watched them before this game, you see that they're a team that wants to compete. Fulham, even last season, they have one thing I always say is that football, there's importance of coaching. They're a well-coached team. They're a well-coached team. So even though West Ham in the transfer market, they did really well. So, but we have not really seen if this buy was really a good buy, but they really bought during the transfer window. But it's a game that's finished 1-1. I think fair play. They are 2 mid-table teams, and of course, I feel it's panned out well, like we predicted.
Thank you. So let's look at the shock of the weekend. Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. Who would have believed that Liverpool would lose to Nottingham Forest? Imagine losing to Nottingham Forest with 1 goal. And the former Chelsea player, Odoi, scoring the winning goal. The shock of the weekend. What do you think?
Well, I think you actually knew what I was about to say. I was about to use that same line, the shock of the weekend. I mean, nobody, even if you're not a football lover, hearing the name Liverpool and Nottingham Forest, you wondering who is Nottingham Forest. unless you are familiar with football. You think that there are people who are coming to fight in the war. But funny enough, I watched that game. These guys played like a professional. Like they played well. Like, you know, sometimes when you're playing a bigger team and you're a lower table team,
they mostly want to pack the best.
They came out to play the ball. And I think that was what made Liverpool. They were confused. They were like, like
What's happening?
What's happening? Like Liverpool was so surprised. Before you knew it, the goal came in, and Liverpool were not struggling to draw.
To draw.
They were struggling to win. They were struggling to draw. So I mean, it's. I give it to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
I give it to them. They actually tried. They did very well. They did very well.
Okay, so please, what do you have to say about the game?
First of all, I'll start by saying, Ale, slot. Welcome to the Premier League. So he started well. He played three matches unbeaten
And
with clean sheet too.
considered.
And he felt, I have arrived.
They are welcoming him now.
We have welcomed him to the Premier League. So is why we love the Premier League. Anything can happen.
Exactly.
Yes, you can be shocked. So, like he said, I was shocked. Everybody was shocked. Looking at the fact that this game happened at Anfield. This is Liverpool's home. Liverpool they rarely lose at home.
Yeah.
So these guys came in, like he said, they really came out to play.
the
They didn't want to just sit back and defend. It's the natural thing you expect a team like Nottingham Forest
to do,
playing against Liverpool. Just defend, don't concede a lot, or just take the 0-0 and go.
Yeah.
But I just looked at there's something we are missing. Nottingham Forest they are yet to lose this season.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the season that they want to really perform, because the ending of last season, in fact, the bulk of last season, they didn't really perform.
Yeah.
But coming into this season, they've not lost yet, even though they have gotten at least like 2 draws. This is a team that wants to really compete. But finally, I'll be saying, as a Chelsea fan, congratulations to Hosnodoi. even though in our last match against you celebrated, but I can forgive you. Once a Chelsea fan, once a Chelsea player, always a Chelsea player.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Okay, let's quickly look at Man City Brentford game. Just as predicted, Man City defeated Brentford with 2 goals.
And Haaland.
So, Mr. Emmanuel, please, how do you feel about this game?
You know, like I said about the Nottingham Forest, Man City is a team that a small child of 2-3 years knows Man City. like they've become so popular that if you want to analyze Man City football, you can close your eyes without even you just know that they're going to win. And Haaland, I said it in one of our previews that they should check that guy.
I said it that guy needs
let's be honest here. Haaland should be checked. What's going on?
That guy is a robot. How can you be scoring 9 goals in how many matches?
Your mates are struggling to score 2-3 goals. You're already what's going on here?
How many, apart from Haaland, which other striker has 9 goals? I have 3 goals in the league.
I think our next show we should bring up a debate on why Haaland should be banned
or unveiling Haaland.
Honestly,
is Haaland a robot?
We'll go for a research on Haaland. We'll do a research and we'll give our points to convince Premier League why Haaland. Honestly, that guy
is
a beast.
Else,
So it was expected. Honestly speaking, they did very well. Brentford, they tried. I watched the game and Brentford, they play like a Premier League team that has always played the bigger boys. You know, they didn't fidget. They played their game, but Man City proved their Man City. They delivered.
Man City will always Man City.
They always deliver.
Okay, so Blaze, what do you think about this game, Man City Brentford game?
Yeah, Man City did what they always do. They won. And like I predicted during the preview show, I said that Man City will win, but Brentford will contain them. Because I know Brentford is a team that know how to contain, know how to defend. Yeah, so they really played well. Like my colleague have actually said my mind. We need to look into how it's becoming something else, because nobody has done it before. No, forget about these strikers now. Before we have seen strikers in the Premier League. We have seen Drogba, we have seen Rooney, we have seen Costa, we have seen mad strikers in the league. Nobody has done
come
it.
close to
Has
Haaland,
done it.
yeah.
Man City and Haaland, they are turning our league into a farmers league.
I'm telling
We need to do something about it. And sincerely, I was talking to BUBE before the review show, and I was telling her that sincerely, I don't see any other team that can win the league this season apart from Man City. I'm not seeing Liverpool. I was thinking with the first 3 matches, I was thinking Liverpool can compete. Arsenal, Arsenal.
They will still compete.
Yes, they will still compete, but I think that Man City is to win the league. We still have a long way to go as teams in Premier League to be able to catch the level Man City has gotten to.
Unfortunately, Nottingham Forest took Liverpool to the Forest. They are still there, yet to come back. They still don't come back this weekend.
I learned their boss got spoiled at the Forest.
And it's still there. Okay, let's quickly look at Aston Villa Everton. Aston Villa has been consistent, kind of.
Yeah.
Coupled with the way they performed last season, coming into this season.
You can call them the big seven now.
I'm telling you, they are actually.
Yeah.
They are actually. So with this result, Emmanuel, what do you think? They'll be going.
Yes, I during the review show, I predicted Aston Villa to win the game, but the match was a drama. I mean, Aston Villa came from 2-0 down to win the game, and you could not be. As in, if you were watching the game, it would have been difficult for you. You have predicted a draw, like while you were watching the game. So it was like a surprise, a festival of goals. Like the coach actually read the game after the first half. They went back to the dressing room. Coming back, he made some swaps. He brought in Watkins was in the game, but he brought him forward, and then he brought in Duran. So with that combination, and with the pattern of play, this guy has always been. He has always been an attacking, kind of coach. He loves attack. His defense can be poor. That's why every Aston Villa game they always want they concede. Watch their matches in the last 5-6 matches. They've always conceded, but they will score. So I think that is his own pattern of playing, and it's working for him. He's an attacking coach.
Yeah.
So it was a surprise for me for them to come from 2-0 down to win that game. And the goal that Duran scored should go as Premier League goal of the month.
Exceptional.
That goal was a wow. Let me just conclude with that. It was a wow goal. It was a surprising win for Aston Villa.
Okay, Blaze, what do you have to say about it?
Yeah, I'll be coming from the side of Everton. What's happening to Everton? This is the second time that they're coming up 2-0. Then the next time they're losing. So it's something that the coach should work on. If they can score 2 goals before they trail, it means that they can score. So the coach should be looking at how, after scoring, how can we maintain? How can we even though that if you look at Everton and they have a defensive coach. The coach is a coach that his style of play is defense. He's just like Mourinho. Those kind of coaches we call coaches that play haram football. Like Mourinho's, not Ancelotti, that Atletico Madrid coach. What's his name again? Diego. Simeon,
thank you.
Simeon, the Mourinho's, this guy, the same pattern of football. They are happy to defend. So it's surprising that this kind of team will score 2-0 and they now suddenly forget how to defend. So I think Everton should work on that. If they mildly escaped relegation last season, if they don't want to say bye to the Premier League, they should work on this. This winning first, then conceding later.
Okay, thank you. So our lovely viewers, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and comment under the comments. Okay, let's quickly move to the next game of the week. Bournemouth, Chelsea rather. So Bournemouth lost to Chelsea and Chelsea won 1 goal, and it was a hard fight on the Chelsea side. Honestly, when I watched the first half of this game, I was kind of scared.
Yeah.
Scared for Chelsea.
You could think it was going to end a draw.
I thought maybe it will end in
Draw.
draw. Most likely,
Even Bournemouth winning,
Bournemouth winning,
because
because
they had more chances
so
in the
yeah,
first
at
half.
the first half.
So it was actually a very tough win for Chelsea. So, Mr. Emmanuel, what do you have?
Well, during the preview, I predicted Chelsea to win that game, but I predicted a good team to score game because I know Bournemouth is a team that scores.
They know how to score.
They know how to score.
Yes.
But unfortunately, that day, Chelsea goalkeeper saved.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
obviously it was going to be a good team to score game, but Chelsea would have still won, maybe 2-1. Yeah, because if they had scored and Chelsea equalized, probably it would have gingered them to score Chelsea to score again. But looking at the game itself, I think Chelsea should have a pattern of play. Honestly speaking, the too much players they have now somehow is
too much players?
Yeah, honestly, because I don't
too
see
much players.
I don't see
Chelsea coach has tailored his team to 2022 players.
Yeah,
okay.
So what is the too much players?
When I mean too much players, the formation is not stable. Like the formation Chelsea used in the first half was a different formation they used in the second half.
That is the coach's style. The coach. If you watch Chelsea, you understand that Maresca has not used the same formation for the 3 matches. Or yesterday was the 4th match.
Yeah.
For the 4th match, he has not played the same style. So each match he attacks each match with what he thinks is best for this match. So if it's a low block, he goes with what he thinks is for the low block. If it's a match that he wants to score, like the Wolves match, you are surprised you saw the kind of goals that came in that game against Man City. A different pattern altogether. So I think plenty pundits, plenty people like talking about the too much player signing, and it's getting annoying to me as a Chelsea fan, because this guy has actually tailored this squad down and he has loaned out a lot of players. Even there are some players, somebody like Chilwell, he's still in Chelsea, but this man has said, I don't want to play with you, and he has frozen him out of the team. So why are you people always saying Chelsea have too many players?
I think he was recently added.
They just gave him squad number, but the man has told you,
I'm
not using you.
I'm not using.
So what he's expected to do this season, maybe until the 2 left backs option endures, or maybe 1 or 2 games, or maybe one of these cup games they will introduce him. Let it be Koborokwa. You're part of Chelsea.
So I want to ask, what do you think about BUBE? What do you think about the super sub Rasta made yesterday? That changed
the game.
Sancho was exceptional.
Exactly.
I discussed with you, Buba, and I told you that I didn't like Sancho as a player. Maybe because he's coming from Manchester United. Because I dislike Man U. Yes, come for me, Man U fans. But I dislike Man U. So maybe that's why I didn't like him, and I didn't give him the benefit of the doubt. But he changed my world yesterday. He changed my world. Me, I'm not a Sancho fanboy. That second half, he was exceptional. He needed to. He gave what a winger gives to him. It's this thing that people like Anthony do in matches. You somebody like Modric. Let me not disturb my fans now. Somebody like Modric, you are a winger and you can't beat one defender. Yesterday, Sancho beat one defender one-on-one. He will beat you. 2 defenders will come for him. He will beat you. And he gave that exceptional assist yesterday. And let's not forget about the goal too. Nkunku is also an exceptional player. Because if it was Jackson, I'm a Jackson fanboy. But I'm trying to be honest here. If it was Jackson, he would have missed that goal. But it takes an exceptional player to get those kind of touches. He brought it from his left.
Brought it back to the right.
So did you see the kind of defenders? 3 defenders.
Yeah, he was able to
meander and score that goal. So that's for you people that say Chelsea sign, that is why we sign players. Did you see what happened in that match? Neto started. Neto. He was feeling lost. Because we have the squad depth. What happened immediately? Sancho came in. It was as if Chelsea players during the game were not keeping the football on the ground. They were not playing on the ground. What happened? Immediately they removed a player during the second half around 60 minutes and brought in Joe Felix that knows how to keep the ball on the ground. So for you guys that shout Chelsea buy players, are you seeing the reason now? Squad depth. Think about it. If a team like Man U removes a player, who are they bringing in?
Exactly.
Do you get? Even Arsenal.
Please, I have to come in there. You can't say Arsenal.
Even Arsenal.
We have been able to solve that problem.
Which problem?
You can see what happened this evening. Okay, we are coming to Arsenal Sports game.
Yes.
Who could believe that Jorginho could fill that gap Declan Rice left? Who could believe that? Even the commentator even had to look at what's his name, Saka. Saka left the game, and it was like we couldn't even feel that Saka left the game. There was a replacement for Saka. So see, Arsenal,
don't worry.
Don't call Arsenal, please. You can call it. Let Saka
go for. Let Saka go for it.
You can
call.
But the point is that this is what squad depth.
Yeah.
The truth is that what changed that match yesterday was availability of good squad depth. Another thing I wanted to point out was that Sanchez was exceptional. That's the Chelsea goalkeeper. He was exceptional. To me, that's the best game he has played as a Chelsea player. He was exceptional. Not just about the penalty save now. Throughout the game, he will keep him. I will be like, is this thing? Because if you ask me of my first choice as a goalkeeper, I would have even the Petrovic the loaned. I would have for the saving. I would have preferred him, but this season Sanchez has become. That's another thing about you sign players. There's something that happens when there is competition. Don't sit up now. No, don't sit up.
Just like this guy now. This guy that is playing same wing with Sancho. What's his name?
That's Modric.
He's already in trouble.
Because
he goes sit down for bench.
Because he's not the third choice.
Exactly.
So with the way Sancho played yesterday, the coach definitely next match will want to reward that performance. So he will change. He will start Sancho in that Modric's position. And if he removes Sancho, what happened? He brings in Neto. Do you get? So what happened? Modric is already third choice. So that's what. So if then maybe after 4 or 5 matches, the coach now decided let me even try Modric. What do you think will happen? Let him not sit up, man. Let him not sit up.
Okay, all right. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, let's look at Spurs Arsenal, which is a game of those.
See how my Arsenal guy is smiling.
Give me time. I actually just
after the whole banter.
Give me time to talk. Give me time.
And the Arsenal fans, it still ended in the victory of the Arsenal fans. I'll start with you.
Very importantly, like I said, give me time. One team I kept quiet was talking about Chelsea.
I talk about Chelsea.
I think that they are coming to win the league. They are only coming to just maintain that.
Are you winning the league?
Don't worry.
Are you winning
I'm going to shock you. But I told you during the banter, I told you that Arsenal was going to win Tottenham. I told you. No. I gave you my analysis and I gave you my facts. And you can still go back again. Arsenal will still defeat Spurs. In our home.
Again.
That's the truth. I mean, I said it that Son cannot perform alone. That's what one thing people don't understand.
This is a one-off thing now.
Son cannot perform alone. If Kane were in that game or the Richarlison in that game, I bet you Son would have seen the best of Son. But I saw him struggle. I won't blame him actually. I was even thinking that he will find his way because Tottenham is really killing. That guy is a star, but him staying in Spurs up to now, I didn't expect him to remain by now because he has actually done his best. But it was an unexpected win for Arsenal. Arsenal came in with experience from the previous the last season game and the season before last. Arsenal came with experience. Arsenal did not give Tottenham the chance to put the ball on the ground. As they pick a ball, they get a ball. You see Gabriel. I mean, I'll give it to Gabriel. He was everywhere. He was attacking. He was defending. He was So Arsenal played massive. As in, they are classed them in the game.
I don't even think that they have injury problems. Arsenal and still ended up performing like this. But I'm actually surprised.
What is even this performance you were talking about? So I was thinking, people were saying that this Spurs did not really perform. But if you watch the game, the highest shots on target, Spurs. Possession, Spurs. Most chances created, Spurs. So how can you convince me that they did not perform in this match?
But based on the injury,
no
setback,
of course, Arsenal has a setback.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Arsenal, I must say that, because
Yes.
it shows that you're a big team when you have a setback and you still go ahead to win. So what I'm trying to say is that in this match, what happened is that Arsenal just showed that we are the bigger boys.
Yes.
But if you break the match down, you understand that Spurs actually played. Arsenal scoring is just this, what we call a moment of brilliance. Corner kick, header, goal. Do you get that? So let's see, because if Arsenal will continue to be, for me, they've not really impressed me this season, to be honest. To me, they played better last season than this season, honestly. So let's see, their biggest test will be against Man City next week. So let's see what will happen next week. If they can win or draw Man City next week, then I'll reduce my banter. I didn't say I won't banter them because I will always banter Arsenal, but I'll reduce the banter.
Okay, let's quickly look at the game of today. Today's game of the last game of the day, Wolves near Newcastle. Now Wolves lost to Newcastle with 1. And to think that they were winning up to 70-something minutes.
Football.
With 1 goal.
That's
Until
football.
ended up losing the game. I didn't even see that. I didn't see it. Emmanuel, what do you have to say about it?
We watched the game here at the studio. So I would say Wolves actually tried. Yes, they tried. Just that luck were not on their side.
Yes.
But if you look at the closing minutes of the game, they were actually mounting pressure on Newcastle. I think Newcastle just outsmarted them with the quality and experience.
Exactly.
One thing about Newcastle is they have experienced players.
Yeah.
They may not be big names, but they are experienced. They've been in the system. They've been in the
quite some time.
So they know how to, like the passes they throw. They know how to throw those passes.
Yeah, we were watching it in the studio today, and I saw somebody like Bourne. And in my mind space, I was saying, Bourne is still at Newcastle. That guy is experienced.
That was what Newcastle used to outsmart Wolves. That's experience. If it was Newcastle that was losing that game at that 2-1 at that 9 minutes, they would have ended up in a draw. Because they would have actually used the experience, know the kind of passes to create, chances to create, and passes to give, and then to end in a draw. So, but for all the same, Wolves actually tried. They were able to score first, and they were able to put up a good fight. But then Newcastle, the bigger team, and they played better as well.
Okay, what do you say about
Yeah, I'll start by saying that I felt that Wolves deserve at least a point in the game.
Draw,
because we were watching it in the studio, and they really performed. They performed. Scoring the Wolves goal was even exceptional. Very good. Goal.
Very exceptional.
That crossing and the first player left it for the striker to just slot it in. Very beautiful goal. But like he said, what happened today was just experience. These guys, these Newcastle guys, they have the experience and they have the better players.
That's true.
Right? And also, I talk about it always. I always talk about the importance of a coach. As a person, I think Newcastle have a good coach because if you watch the match, he made some substitution that changed that game. During the ending of the match, you were saying something in the studio. You said that this match will be a draw. This match, I told you, it can't be a draw. This is Newcastle they are playing against, and Newcastle, they have scored you 2-1. It is something minutes, 90 minutes. No, they will put their life. When I knew that Newcastle is a team to beat was against Southampton earlier this season. They got a red card early in the game, and they won that game. When they got the red card, they were still playing 0-0. They didn't just win that game; they continued dominating the Southampton. The red card till that game finished. So kudos to Newcastle. They are doing something. They are going to do something right this season. But the thing about Premier League football is that it's not about starting well. Can you finish well? We saw what happened with Tottenham Forest or Spurs not Tottenham Forest, sorry,
Tottenham
Tottenham Hotspur, yes, last season. We saw the fire they started at a point. A lot of people are saying, is this guy just going to come, the new coach just going to come to this league and carry the league? But at a point, they lost the league. So Newcastle have started well this season. Can they continue with this momentum? Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Blaze. Thank you, Emmanuel. It's always exciting having both of you.
Very exciting.
I always look forward to coming for this show.
Thank you so much. Thanks to you, my lovely viewers. If you are yet to subscribe to our channel, please, we're begging you.
Please subscribe,
Please,
like, and subscribe.
Biko. Ejo, what's the Hausa one? I don't know. Forgive me. Please subscribe.
And don't forget to like this video, comment under the comment section, please.
I'm sorry to I think we have a winner in yesterday's game.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so it's important,
we have a winner.
It's important to comment. It's important. Give it a
Yes.
try. You may be lucky one day your prediction will come in and then you get 5K.
Somebody is already enjoying this weekend with his 5K. So you might be
the
winner next week. Make sure you always comment.
Yes.
Make sure you encourage us also so that we can continue giving you this analysis in the studio.
Yes. So you've heard from the guest, our guest. So please always comment, like, subscribe to the channel, click on the notification button so that you'll be notified of subsequent videos that will be coming your way. See you in our next video.